Jacob Yanale, a Mexican living in Los Angeles who worked with all of the greats, from Christina Aguilera to Rihanna, but he was such close pals with Rivera, he cleared his whole calendar just so he could travel all over Mexico at her side. Jorge Gonzalez was her stylist, in charge of maintaining the very long, exquisite extensions that had become Jenni's trademark. From her management team, on this trip Rivera traveled with her lawyer, Mario Macias. The mood was festive when they landed. Things could not have been going any better for Rivera. Colima had been a smashing success, and Monterrey should be even bigger. And the next day, on Sunday, they would be on the set of La Voz for the semifinals of the talent show in search of Mexico's next great voice. Rivera was feeling so good, she had even made plans to go out after her concert. The band M40 also had a show in Monterrey that night, and she had asked their promoter to reserve a VIP table for her at the club where they were performing. Jenni liked to support up-and-coming acts. Over the years, she had strongly supported artists like Aquid, Larry Hernandez, Espinosa Paz, Three Ball MTY, and M40 was starting to make a name for themselves. The promoter set aside not just one but 4 tables for Jenni and her entourage, and he even had a disguise waiting for her so that no one would recognize her. He had also reserved 4 hotel rooms for her, which, as things turned out, would go unused. After they landed in Monterrey, Jenni and her group headed straight to the arena for a sound check, which got delayed because the band and the mariachis hadn't arrived from Colima yet. Jenni always traveled with her own band, La Banda Divina de Jenni Rivera. The group lived in Mazatlan, and they toured with her throughout Mexico and the United States, along with sound, lighting, video, and pyrotechnics technicians, and her production director, Rudy Echauri. Although when she was just getting her start, Jenni had hired local mariachi musicians to keep costs down, over the last year her star had risen so high that she could afford to bring the same mariachi group along on tour to perform on most of the major concert stages in Mexico. The sound check wouldn't be finished until almost 8 o'clock that evening. Jenni was so happy with the sound quality and the venue that she told her promoter she wanted to come back and do another show in February. They even picked out a tentative date, February 16th. That night, Rivera arrived at the arena ready to give the show of her life. It was always like that, but on that particular night, you could really feel the electricity in the air. She stepped out onto the stage dressed all in black, wearing a form-fitting dress and a short leather jacket. She wore high heels and a long necklace. Her hair, styled by Gonzalez, fell in a golden, cascading mane down her back, almost reaching her waist. "Ladies, when we drink tequila, we get loose," she exclaimed, raising a glass to the crowd. "Here's to getting loose," she yelled to the sellout throng. At the end of the night, after she had worn her stunning gowns, after the tears had streamed down her cheeks as she sang her most sentimental rancheras, she got a big surprise. Executives from her record label, Fonovisa, took the stage to present her with gold and platinum records, commemorating the stellar sales of her 2 latest albums. It was the icing on the cake for a special night which could not have gone any better. "Ay, mija, I'm happy, so happy," she said at the press conference after the show. "I'm so happy. All the times I've been knocked down, I've gotten back up. God is good, and He never lets go of my hand. And I have my fans who support me and live with me and want to see me do well." Once the press conference was over, Jenni and her team were supposed to go to the hotel or to the M40 show, but at some point there was a change of plans. Now they wouldn't spend the night at the hotel or partying at the club. Jenni would go back to Mexico City that very night.